Hey everybody, this is MacMan6002 with a debut video. This channel will be covering everything Apple, everything Macintosh, everything iPod, iPhone, iPad, and the latest updates on Apple. 9 to 5 Macintosh, Mac tutorials, Macintosh products, and Apple products reviews. So just stay tuned for that. But today we're not going to be talking about Macintosh. As you could see by these 7 virtual machines that I have here, we're going to be talking about Windows and something that's very near and dear to my heart, the Start menu. So, as you may or may not have heard, Windows 8, I think that's what they're calling it, is taking away the Start menu and replacing it with the Start screen. That is, in my case, very unfortunate. And I've loved the Start menu. I've loved every single aspect about it, but they're taking it away. So that's very, very unfortunate. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Start menu, its changes throughout the years, and we're going to just commemorate that little button down in the bottom left corner. So stay tuned. This is MacMan6001. Start menu, first introduced with Windows 95, the operating system that I'm running here, was legendary. It had a whole manual to itself. So let's take a look at the general aspect of it. When you click it, you get pulled up with this sort of menu where everything is just accessible to you. You got your operating system name right here, Windows 95. Then you've got a whole list of things that you can do with your computer. You've got programs, you've got AOL free trial. This all comes with Windows 95, by the way. You could go to all sorts of things with the Start menu. You could even make shortcuts here and there and everywhere. There was Run in case you want to run an optional system. Then all at the end, you just click the Start button and shut it down. The same design of the Start menu went on for 98, where there were just some minor changes. Like you see, they added Windows Update on here, but everything basically stayed the same. You got there, instead of suspend, you've got log off. So there was some minor tweaks in Windows 98, and then we scroll over to Windows Millennium. Let's see what changes they had there. Basically the same thing as Windows 98. They renamed it Search, it looks like. Settings are the same, documents are the same, programs are the same. All that changed was the title. So that's the general aspect of the 9X Start menus. Now let's move on to the first based NT operating systems. Okay, so here we have the first NT-based operating system. We have Windows NT 4.0 right over here, and then over here on the second window we have NT 5.0, or commonly known as Windows 2000. I'm both running workstation version on here. I'm not running the terminal server, So let's take a look at the Start menu on this one. Pretty simple, very similar design to the 9X operating systems. That's because it kind of came out at the same time. Several different aspects about it. There's completely no log off option here. The run stayed the same, the find stayed the same, help stayed the same, and everything else was the same. The only major change in NT 4.0 was the change of no log off option, so that must have been incorporated in the shutdown window. So let's switch over to Windows 2000 here. With this, we've got some different options. This is completely new. They took away the login on this one too. They added Windows Update, and then up here they added set program access and defaults. So they added that. Now, then the programs, they took away from here MS-DOS prompt. They changed it out for command prompt over there. Documents stayed the same. They changed the name to Search here. Help, Run. So, no really changes because Windows NT's start menu was kind of based off the 95, 98, and 2000s was based off Millennium. So there's not that much change from the 9X operating systems in the early NTs. But once we get into XP and Windows 7, you're going to see some big changes. Let's move on to those. Okay, so here we have Windows XP, and on your left, we have Windows 7. Vista and 7 are basically almost the same start menu, just some minor variations. Not enough to go into detail. So I'm not going to feature Vista, I'm just going to feature 7. So here at XP, we've got a new start menu, completely different from the earlier operating system. Over here we have all the programs, and now they have a updated version of all programs. This is running so slow because I don't have that much processor speed, and I'm running XP and 7, one of the most resource-consuming Windows operating systems out there. So I'm just running these. Hopefully they don't lag that much. So here we've got all of our applications, and here we've got all of our documents and other settings. So they basically took out all of the preference menus and put it into one folder, using a metaphor, by the way. So we got my documents, my recent documents, pictures, photos, music, my computer, control panel, printers and fax, and all other shortcuts there. And then we've got all of our okay, there we are. Okay, program default. So there is a major change along with the general change of the Windows operating system itself. The blue, I'm not sure what that's called. I think it's called Bliss. I'm not exactly sure, so don't spam the comments saying it's not Bliss, it's not Bliss. But I think that's what it's called. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. So this is a completely new start menu, and here we've got even a newer start menu. I'm running here, if it would ever load. I think my Windows machine is frozen, guys. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Here we've got a even newer start menu. You've got your shutdown buttons right here, no separate dialogue like in XP. You've got all of your documents, pictures over here, and then over here you just have your applications. So this is a more refined version, and this is the last version of the start menu itself. This is the last absolute version of it. Yeah, and those are all of the start menus of Windows. Here, I'm gonna switch on my Windows 8 machine so I could show you what they're actually replacing it with. It's actually very unfortunate, even though I do kind of like the design. So these are the last two start menus, and let's move on to Windows 8 and see what the new one looks like. Okay, so right now, I booted up my Windows 8 machine, and I am in the start screen is what they're calling it. So let me go to the desktop. As you can see, Windows has oriented this for touch screens. So as you can see, the little icon down there is no more. They actually took it away. The only way that you can get to the start screen is by going down to the corner and initiating a right here. Click the start, and this is what they call the new start screen start menu. Like I said, I kind of do like it. I mean, it gives it a more organized look, but again, I will always long for the start menu. Yeah, I mean, I see the general design, I see where they're going with Metro, I see where they're going with all futuristic, but I just wish they could at least incorporate a feature where you can just just like switching the start menu in XP, you had your choice of doing the new start menu or going to the classic. I wish you could do that with this, where you had your choice of either the start screen or the start menu. But I don't think Windows has incorporated that. So, yeah, the start screen has officially died in this version. So, it is unfortunate, but it's just the way it goes. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and